Shut up and sit down.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another GTA 5 Online with Brimsmod Gaming. Today we're going to do the give cars to friend glitch. As always guys, appreciate you coming back and viewing the channel. If you could subscribe, like and share, that'd be awesome as well. There's plenty more where this came from. Now guys, firstly, thanks Puggy for giving me a hand with this one today. Really appreciate it. What we're going to do is two ways. We're going to do the giver and then we're going to do the receiver. Let's get on with the glitch. Now, first thing you need to do is register as CEO, because you're going to need two jobs. These two jobs, you'll need two things. A facility, and also you're going to need a penthouse suite. Now, the facility one I've got down as a Bogdan problem, and the other one I've got down as one of the Leicester Heights, which is green. Secondly, you're going to need an MOC. Now, as you can see, guys, the MOC is directly behind us, just here. This is Pugs, so he's got a vehicle bay storage in bay 3, sorry, and he's also got a motorcycle in there, ready to swap him over. Let's get on with this glitch. Now guys, first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to accept the apartment heist, as I just have, and I'm just going to spawn into the apartment. Once you hit the planning board, all you got to do is press B just to back out. Like so. Now what we're going to do, we're going to run outside. As soon as we get to the door, we're just going to leave the apartment, and as we do, we're just going to hold our menu button, not our menu button, sorry, our interactive menu button. As you spawn outside, the interaction menu will appear, and all you're going to do is you're just going to disband or retire, be it your MOC or your CEO. Just like that, so I've quit it, as you can see. Now, we're going to go over to the arena for this, and I'll see you over there. Right, as you can see, we're at the arena. Make sure you're out of your CEO or MC before you enter the building, and all we're going to do, we're going to enter workshop level first of all. Once we're inside, we're just going to bring up a phone, and we're going to bring up the Bogdan problem. Make sure you don't accept anybody else's. As you can see, someone has tried to ask me to join one. I'm just going to accept it, and that's it. As you can see, nothing happens apart from the message at the top left. Then we're going to run over here to the viewing suite. And before we get to the viewing suite, what we're going to do, we're going to open up our Xbox button, and we're just going to join someone in a different targeting mode. Alright, we're going to accept the first and decline the second. Accept that one, decline that one, and from there, we're just going to walk in through the doors. And press A to accept that. There you go. Right, as you can see, I've just frozen and alerts come up. Just accept that alert, it's not a problem. And we're just going to hold down on the D-pad. The reason why we do hold down on the D-pad, guys, because you need to make sure you can select your character. If it's done this and you can select your character, everything's going according to plan. Alright, what I tend to do is I leave it just for a few seconds, just holding down the D-pad. I like to pop it off and pop it back on again, just to make sure I've hit that sweet spot. Alright. Once we've done that, all we're going to do, we're going to let go of the D-pad. We're going to then join someone in a different targeting mode again. We're going to accept and then decline. So as you can see, I accept, I decline. Now what we're going to do is bring up our interaction menu. We're going to register as a CEO. There we go. And as soon as I've done that, I'm just going to hit the pause menu. I'm going to go over to online. I'm going to go down to purchase shark cards. and I'm just going to load into it. Don't panic, you're not purchasing anything. As soon as it's all loaded up, just back out. As you can see, I've now reappeared. All we're going to do now is we're going to go over to the lift. As soon as we're going to get the lift, we've got two options. We've got Bay 1, Bay 2. If you go, you can either use either or, it doesn't matter at all. There's my options. So I'm just going to use Bay 1. Now, doing this, it's going to flick you out of the arena, and it's going to throw you up in the sky into the loading screen for the facility. Now, this does take some time to load. All right, guys, so don't panic. You could be up here for anything up to a minute. Just let it do its thing. You'll have the loading in the bottom right. Now, when you do spawn in, a couple of things could happen. You could just end up in the facility. You could end up in the middle of nowhere. Or, as I like to, end up in a facility that's very glitched out. You'll see exactly what I mean in a minute. Alright guys, so just hold fire, and there we go. That's my facility. As you can see, it doesn't look very much like a facility at all in any aspect whatsoever. But it's working. The glitch is still working. So just remember, you can do one of those three things. You do sometimes have trouble bringing up the second part of the menu to get to the map when you do this, if you land in a facility like this. Alright, you've just got to get a little bit of time just to work itself out. As you can see, I'm just bouncing backwards and forwards into the menu, and there we go. I've got my full map up. Now, all we're going to do is we're going to select this job. We're going to press X, then A. It's not going to be available. So we're going to back out of our menu again, and we're going to go back into it, select our map, and then we're going to go back to exactly the same job, just outside the casino, and press X, then A. And we're just going to simply load into that job. As you can see, I loaded into the job. All I'm going to do now is find someone in a different targeting mode. And as always, I'm going to accept the first and decline the second. This process basically will teleport me to the casino area. There we go. Accept at first, decline the second, and we're here, stuck in the sky. Right, all we need to do now, guys, is we just need to get one of our weapons out. I like to use hand grenades because we're just going to kill ourselves. Kaboom, there we go. Dead. Now, what this is going to do is going to leave us in a permanent loading screen. Alright, so we're just going to get that circle. So, yet again, we're going to have to join someone in a different targeting mode. Alright, so find that person, and again, we're going to accept the first and decline the second. Alright. So accept and then decline, and as you can see, I've spawned just by the casino, which is nice. If you look at my mini-map, it looks a bit different. Most of the roads are missing. And if you look at the main map, my stuff's still down here, but yet I'm up by the casino without a blob next to me. Right, as you can see, Puggy's all set up. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to call out a vehicle while Puggy gets his motorbike ready. Nice thing about this one, guys, you can call out any vehicle apart from air vehicles and boats, obviously, as well, because they don't work very well on land. So any vehicles, be they weaponized or not, as long as the receiver has the facilities to store it. So if it's a tank, they can have it, but it needs to be a facility because it won't go anywhere else. Alright, so just bear that in mind when you're doing this one. Right, as I wait for the wonderful mechanic that I pay far too much money to deliver the item, as you can see, there's Puggy, ready to rock and roll. My car's now delivered, so I'm just going to run over to her. There we go. All I'm going to do now is I'm just going to move it so it's more accessible for Pugs when he actually does his part of the glitching out. I'm just going to pop it behind his trailer, because as soon as he pops out of his trailer later on, he'll be invisible, and he's only got a certain amount of time to actually get this vehicle. So the closer, the better, but not too close, because he won't have access. All I'm doing now is jumping on the back of the bike. He's just going to drive to the back of the MOC and hit right. The brake light will come on, and I'm just going to press Y to get off, and then Y to get back on again. There we go, off, then on. Then we're going to go back to the casino, into the parking garage. And when he gets here, we're going to stop. He's going to select to enter the parking garage and he's going to disappear. Now the rest of his bit I'll explain in a minute. We'll stick to the givers bit at the moment. All I'm going to do is sit here like a complete lemon and wait for Pugs to reappear. As soon as he does appear, all I'm going to do is I'm going to get off the bike by pressing Y, and I'm going to kick it. Kick it a few times. If you don't kick it, the criminal enterprise pack he needs to respawn back into the game and the glitch to work will not appear. Alright, so just bear that in mind. As you can see, this does take a while. So he's back. I'm just going to get off. I'm then going to kick the bike. And there you go. He's disappeared. Now, all I'm going to do now, my job's pretty much done, is I'm going to run to the back of my MOC while he sorts his bed out. And what I like to do is just lean on the back. I lean on this corner and look round it, because 9 times out of 10, the guy you're doing it with, or the partner or friend or crew member you're doing it with, will end up literally just in front of the MOC, and you'll just be able to see him spawn in. There he is. You can just see him land there. Now, all Pugs is going to do, he's going to run to the back of the MOC. Again, I'll explain what he does after that. But he's just going to run to the back of the MOC. He's going to get into the MOC. And we will not see him get back out again, even though he will. He'll be completely invisible. So once he's in there, as I say, he's going to do his bit. We're just going to spin round. And we're going to just watch my car and see what happens. In theory, the car should just disappear. Right, there's the vehicle. As you can see, it's still stationary, still in one piece, still there, not moved yet. By now, Pugs would have got out, and there you go. The vehicle's disappeared. Now, that's spawned straight into the back of his MOC. And it's worked. And you love when a plan comes together. Right, there he is. Spawn back out again. If you look at my map, my car's a million miles away, and he's now got this one, which is nice. Just make sure, guys, when you do bring out the MOC, you do put it back in again, like he is. Alright? So, that's the givers part done. Now, we're going to move on to the receivers! Right guys, so, receiver time. I'm now going to get a vehicle from Puggy! So, as you can see, I'm pretty well set up. I have my motorcycle just to the right of me here. I also have my MOC all set up with vehicle storage in bay 3. And I have this lovely custom van that I've been waiting for months and looking forward to get it. Now, I'm just going to jump on my bike. Puggy's going to jump on the back. And we're just going to drive to the back of the MOC. I'm going to hit right on the D-pad. I'll be stuck here until he gets off and gets back on again. Once he's done that, we're just going to roll all the way over to the parking garage. And as you can see, it's come up. I'm just going to select the casino parking garage. Now, sometimes you'll get this, where you hit the Xbox button and nothing really happens. or you hit the Xbox button and you spawn back on the bike, but you're invisible to the giver. So one of those two things can happen. Now, if it does it this way, it does sometimes take some time to sort its life out. But the same principles will apply. He'll wait for about 45 seconds. If I'm not back, he'll get off. That will force the appearance, and he'll kick the bike as I go in. As I say, take some time, and there we go. He's got off the bike and kicked it, and we're strolling him. Now, if you're stuck on this loading screen, all you have to do is join a friend, as we like to in these glitches. So join a friend in different targeting mode, and all we're going to do is accept the first and decline the second. This will start making you fall through the map. Now, as soon as you start falling through the map, you need to hit that pause menu and get straight to the criminal enterprise pack before you land and your parachute opens, alright? So accept, decline, pause menu, straight to criminal enterprise pack. There we go. Select it, load it in, wait for a couple of seconds, and then just back out again. You'll fall, and you'll land. Right, now all I'm going to do now is I'm going to run to the back of the MOC. As you can see, legging it. I'm going to enter alone, and I'll have a constant black loading screen again. Yet again, we're going to join someone in a different targeting mode. So, the same rules apply. We're going to accept and then decline. When we accept and decline, we'll spawn outside in first person, invisible. There we go, accept and decline. And I'm outside, completely and utterly invisible. I'm going to run over to the van now. I'm going to jump in the van. And basically what happens is the van teleports inside the MOC, as you can see. Just jump back in it again and take it directly back outside. Do not leave the trailer without the vehicle. As you can see, I'm now back outside. And as you see Pugs come around the corner, he's also got the van as well. So as you can see, we now duplicated the van. We own one both each. And I'm a little bit excited. I'll wait for this van for a while. Just remember guys, once you have done this, just to save it, put it back into the MOC, or if you've got Penthouse Suite at the casino, take it round there and pop it in there. And all accounts, it wouldn't go in backwards, so I need to turn it round. There you go. In it goes. And we'll take it back out again, just to be on the safe side. So, there we have it. Give cars to friends glitch. As always, guys, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you coming and view the channel in the first place. Please like, subscribe, and share as much as you like. And again, Pugs, appreciate your time, bro. Thanks for giving me a hand on this one. Cheers, guys!